Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Don't forget to follow your boy on Parler, at Jericho Green on Parler, a new platform. What I upload here, I upload there, and some other little tidbits, things that I come across, things that I have questions about. Crazy shit that I come across, I'll post it up there. It's Twitter-like, without all the bullshit. So, Ritz crackers. I don't know if their parent company's Nabisco, whatever, whoever the fuck. But I grew up eating Ritz crackers. A little Ritz and peanut butter, maybe a little Ritz and cheese, or Ritz by itself. A nice, buttery, flaky, slightly salty snack. But now, in 2020, much like 2019, 2018, 2017, 2016, it is a vehicle to fuck our shit up. It is a vehicle to poison our kids. It is a vehicle to push perversion. Like I said, I grew up eating Ritz crackers when I was a kid. Their product is targeted at kids. Not completely, but a good portion of it. So I'll put a link in the description box to this fucking video. So I'm on YouTube looking for something else. And you know, at the top, when you first turn on your YouTube, it'll usually have an advertisement at the top. Whoever the advertisement is by, it varies. It's different every time. But today, and this wasn't the first one, but this is the first one that I caught. After looking into it, there are more. But this is definitely the most egregious. So, and it's 7 seconds long, like that. Like back in the day when they put those subliminal Coca-Cola commercials in the beginning in the previews of at a movie theater. The images would move so fast that your eyeballs wouldn't catch it, but your subconscious mind would. Drink Coke, you're thirsty. That kind of shit. So this Ritz commercial is 7 seconds long, just like that. But if you look at it, what does it say? The taste of family or some bullshit. But it starts with two guys. Hold on. Maybe I'm using the term guys, the word guys, too loosely. So it's two guys on the left and a transgender, a member of the Ku Klux Trans on the right. And the dude on the right has a wig on and some earrings, and that's it. If that's supposed to be a woman, that's one of the ugliest fucking women I ever seen. And the two guys on the left, of course, are what? Gay. And so the one sitting down in the chair, the other one comes up behind him and like wraps his arm around him and they kiss. And the one who's sitting down eats the fucking cracker. It's disgusting. And what's most disgusting about it is the deception. That's what it is. Your Trojan horse is a wholesome family snack. But inside of that family snack is some gross shit. I'm going to go ahead and say it. To me, two guys kissing or whatever else they're doing is fucking gross. In a public setting, straight people kissing and stuff, that shit is gross. It's not the place for it. Just like the Ritz cracker is not the place for you to push your agenda of acceptance if that's what it is. How many Christmas dinners got two gay dudes and a transsexual at it? None. That's not a reflection of the average American family. That shit is abnormal. Remember, what was his name? Igor from Young Frankenstein. And after Dr. Frankenstein got choked out by this giant beast of a man, he asked Igor, what brain did you give me to put inside of this 7-foot monster? And Igor says, it was Abby something. Abby Normal. That shit's hilarious. Check it out. I love that movie. But the shit you're telling me is abnormal. Gay people, and even more so transsexuals, members of the Ku Klux Trans, it's rare. It's very rare that you come across a gay person, let alone a transgender person. It just is. Most people are heterosexual. That's how we all got here. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and stick to the facts. To tell me that that is normal is a fucking lie. And don't deceive me with it. Don't sneak it in under the guise of my fucking snacks. Just say what it is. Say what you want. Don't deceive me. Don't try to fucking trick me. This ain't Christmas. Stop that shit. Why don't you just have a regular family? Even if you would have thrown in some more family members and made it normal. Yeah, they're gay people. Gay people got families. They go home for the holidays. No shit. Don't be dumb. I know that. But to tell me that this is the norm, and if you don't accept it, there's something wrong with you. Fuck that shit. There's not nothing wrong with me just because I don't agree with that. And don't sit there and try to act like gay and transgender people are the accepting ones. Like they're just standing there alone on the island of acceptance. Like, hey guys, come here. We're just waiting for you. We accept you. Why don't you accept us? Bullshit. I've heard gay people with their terms and slangs for straight people, breeders and whatnot. You mean to tell me there's no gay people or a whole bunch of them that would look at two heterosexual people and be like, ugh, gross. Vagina's gross. If they're lesbians, dick is gross. So don't fucking sit there and act like those of us who don't agree or believe in that we're the fucking pariahs. We're the ones who are on the outside looking in. We got it all wrong. Fuck you. There are gay people and transgenders, whatever the fuck you want to call them, who are equally grossed out by our behavior. Let's be fucking real. Let's be grown-ups. Don't act like this isn't a two-way fucking street. But that Ritz commercial was disgusting. That's not the norm. That's not usually how it is. You're not going to change our society into that. And transgender people, you got some fucking problems because you think that you are whatever you think you are inside the wrong body, to the point where you're willing to remove or add things to your anatomy. That's not normal. Not saying you can't be loved and you shouldn't be respected and you shouldn't be treated with basic human decency, just like everybody else. Just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean you want to see harm befall them. You don't want to see, that doesn't mean you want to see bad things happen to them. You just don't agree. I hate coconut. Does that mean I want every coconut farm to be shut down? Not to be enjoyed by the many people that do? Of course not. I just don't like it. That's my opinion. That's my belief. And is it hurting you? Am I stopping you from eating coconut? No, I just don't like it. But don't put this shit up here and act like that's normal, and if you don't accept it, there's something wrong with you. Fuck no. That shit is gross. Period. That's how I feel. If you don't like it, don't watch. You're free to find that little square button that's red that stops this video or any other video you don't like. Ritz, you're a piece of shit. And black folks, don't you realize that you're being used? But Jericho, you're black too. Yeah, I know that shit. I'm talking about these woke, prejudiced pieces of shit. That's who I'm talking about. They may be my color, but they ain't my kind. And you're being used. You're being used to push this gay, transgender, blur the lines agenda. You're being used for that. You guys ever see that South Park movie? At the end, they got all the black soldiers in front, and it's called Operation Get Behind Darky. I gotta watch that shit again. That movie's hilarious. But you see how it ends. But anyway, there's a scene in there what's called Operation Get Behind Darky. So they're about to go to war. You know, The Canadians on this side, the Americans on this side, we rush toward each other and have a fucking Braveheart battle scene, right? But the plan is to get behind all the black soldiers and let them die first. That's what they're doing here. They're using your woke black asses to push their agenda. You get, you know, when you first do something, there's a little resistance. When you try new things, whether it's right or wrong, there's going to be some pushback. So they put your dumb black woke asses out there. You take all the pushback, you get all the trial and error, all the resistance, and once that's done and it's accepted, they use the same woke black motherfuckers like you to use you to pave their road to the new reality. You don't get that shit? They got you out there in the streets, looting, burning, and destroying. You don't get that shit? They got you out here pushing this perversion. Why don't you get that? But you're so happy to get the acceptance that you would have gotten from a two-parent home that your ass is out here acting a damn fool at any price. Going to the lowest bidder, not the highest. They don't need to give you shit but a stage to act like a fucking fool, and there you go. You want another example of it? Fine, I got one more. Shout out to Jim and Steph. They sent me this video. Two nice white folk, and they're not racist. You know how I know? Because they treat me with respect when we correspond. And they send me things like this and are equally put off by it, are equally blown away and disgusted. So, again, I'll put a link in the description box. I don't remember the company or group or whatever that put this shit up. Probably Now This or something. But some group interviewed 100 black people and they asked them, what are white people superior? Because you're not supposed to end a sentence with at, but that's what they did. So how are white people superior? So in the beginning, it starts off with just stupid shit. Oh, white people eat mayonnaise all the time and they can't season their food and they love their cats and all this stupid shit, right? All this hack comedian bullshit. But then it gets into a bit of racism, prejudice, bigotry, whatever you want to call it. So then they start saying, well, white people are good at colonization and stealing things and violence, and white people are good at taking over the world and deceiving people and manipulating people and all these fucking horrible things, like white folks got a monopoly on it. Like no other race of people are capable of this. So they start talking all this same bullshit that we heard. White people are racist. Now, if you want to talk about corporations, government, I'm right there with you. Those motherfuckers are corrupt. Those are the perverted ones. Those are the violent ones. Those are the colonizing ones, the colonizers. These corrupt governments and corporations. You want to talk about that? I and most people are right behind you. But you're going to tell me that because somebody is a certain color that they have no say-so over. You can't pick your family. You can't pick your race. The only thing you can pick is friends and boogers. That's it. So something you have no control over, you're evil because of that. Sorry, that's just the way it works out. This is the tone you got. It's your fault. You're bad. You're racist. You steal. You kill simply because of the color of your skin. Take that same bullshit, move it over to another group of people. Now it's a problem. Now you're racist. Now you're wrong. That don't make no fucking sense to me. But there they go, talking all this shit. And then the irony of it, half of the motherfuckers they're interviewing are half white. Explain that. It kills me when people just discount 50% of somebody's DNA. Just like it kills me when somebody discounts 50% of somebody's, DNA. When it comes to abortion, it's all about the woman. My body, my choice, me. Forget half of the equation, the man that put the baby in you in the first place. How convenient That wouldn't work in any other facet of life. You ain't taking away 50% of my check. You ain't taking 50% of things I own. You don't want to give up 50% of the good shit, but when it fits their stupid, twisted narrative, we can take away 50% of who somebody is. That's stupid. That's retarded. But half of these racist fucks are half white. So how does that half of your family feel when they sit down and watch this video you just made to see what you think about them? Huh? How do you think they feel? You don't give a fuck. You're out here tap dancing and buck dancing for your fucking mainstream mediocre master. You're being used. If they had a video that said 100 white people, they were asked, what are black people as superior at? And they came out and said, they're violent. They're good at violence. They're good at running out on their kids. They're good at being fucking lazy. They're good at dancing and jumping up and down and running fast, but that's about it. All these woke, prejudiced motherfuckers would be out there. You can't say that about black people. Black is beautiful, black. Shut the fuck up. Get these children out of here and bring some adults into the room. Stop whining, stop crying, stop being a bunch of pussy bitches. That's what you're being. White people this and white people do that. I don't give a fuck. White or otherwise, you're not keeping me down. You're not taking shit from me. And I'm not going to believe that you're superior simply because of the way you look. That's stupid. Who would buy into that? These fuckers would. And the only people who seem to get it, and who knows, they may believe what the other shit the other people said. I can only go off of what they told me. But the last 4 or 5 people are like, white people aren't superior at anything. Mind blown. No shit. White people aren't superior at shit simply because they're white. Nobody is. Why is your skin color the most important thing about you? Not what you've done, not what you've overcome, not where you come from, not the people you've helped, not the plaques on your wall, the degrees, none of that. Skin color, number one. Or like the story I was telling before, your sexuality. That's sexuality and race are the number one things about you. The two things that mean the least. What shade you are and who you fuck means absolutely nothing in the public forum. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I don't care who you fuck. I don't care what color you are. How are we going to get along? What are we going to do for each other? That's all that matters. To me, to you, but not them. This racial division is powerful and it is lucrative and they will not let it go. They will kung fu grip that shit to the bitter end. They must keep us divided. They must keep shit constantly stirred up. They have to. Because the alternative is the power coming back to us. If we don't pay them any mind or any attention to them or what they say, they will lose their power. Not as long as they keep having dummies like this. Not as long as they have these wokety woke dumb fuckers who are drinking this racist Kool-Aid. White people, they steal and they're colonizers. What white people? Are you talking about the ones that own the corporations or the ones who are in government? Remember the ones I mentioned who we can all rally against? But because a person is white, that does not predispose them to be evil. Why is that okay? Why is it okay to be racist toward white people? Somebody tell me. It's not right, and I don't like the way it makes me feel. Why am I in a position to talk down and be mean and belittle somebody? Simply because of the color of their skin. The reason I don't like the way it feels is because I'm not a fucking racist. And I don't like that. That is disgusting. To just paint a whole race of people with a broad brush like that. But if they did it to you, your sensitive bitch ass will go crying somewhere. Take their job away. I want them put in jail. They made fun of me. But yeah, you called them way worse shit and you came to the house with a bullhorn saying, give me your house, you white motherfucker. What about that? Well, it's different. They're white supremacy and white privilege. That's another bullshit thing they brought up. White people are good at their privilege because we don't have their privilege. We don't have that to use. They have white privilege. You know how fucking stupid you sound to believe that? To want that victimhood? There are people like myself trying to snatch that warm blanket of victimhood off of you. No, give me my victimhood. I'm cold. It's cold out there in a world where you have to rely on yourself and do for yourself. And if you fail, blame yourself. You know how it is when your alarm clock goes off and you didn't get enough sleep? You don't want to get up. You stand there and look at your spouse all warm, wrapped up in the blankets because they don't got to get up at 4:30. Sorry, that's part of my personal life bleeding in. You know how it is? You stick, especially now in the wintertime, you stick your foot out of that blanket. Whoo, shit, it's cold. I want to stay in this nice, warm victimhood. Got my electric victimhood blanket turned up to 4. I don't want to get out of here. Out there is personal responsibility and hard work. I don't want that shit. Give me my goose down victimhood. I want that nice, warm, heavy mink blanket of victimhood. Thank you. Leave me the fuck alone. That's what they want. Because victimhood absolves you from responsibility. That's how we treat children. If my son pisses in the bed, come here, buddy. You just had an accident. It's okay. I'll clean it up for you. If I piss in the bed, man, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're a grown adult. Why are you pissing all over yourself? See the difference? They don't want that. They want that victimhood. They want the widow pat on the head. It's not your fault, you dumb little colored person. Man, please. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Get your Jericho Green notification tone link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.